The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's looking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with NBA SGPN. That's promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, no guys. Me, really raw, villain raw, Terrell, Furman Jr. here at your service. Okay, we split the lock and dog. I mean, it was never in doubt that, the Portland Trailblazers was going to beat the crap out of the Utah Jazz last night. They get the cover, laying the 6. It got up to 6.5 at one point. Didn't matter. Covered all the numbers. And for the dog, I took a parlay. I parlayed the Hawks with the under, and the under came through because the Hawks couldn't shoot for anything. Couldn't hit anything. 39% from the field. The Atlanta Hawks shot in that loss. 18-point loss to the Toronto Raptors. Didn't get the win. Definitely didn't get the cover. And sure enough, the Pistons. It was a really, really interesting night of basketball, to be honest. But it starts with the Pistons, and they just continue to be a wagon. And this New York Knicks team was nowhere near ready. They look dog tired. Maybe something because they played a crazy schedule of not having more than 2 days rest since the NBA Cup, but minimal effort from the New York Knicks last night. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beam me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, felt good. 2 easy winners. Ended up having the under in the Hawks game, so we overlapped there. Didn't jinx it. That flew under. Once again, Atlanta's defense wasn't great, but it didn't matter because they couldn't score, so that was never in doubt. For the dog, I had a same-game parlay. I had the Maxey 25-plus and Embiid 25-plus. The funny joke is that they lost the game. Team was missing everybody, but they both got there. That was really never in doubt. So
let's talk about that game.
But nice and easy sweep for me. Can't complain. So good episode.
Dude, let's talk about that game. So Jalen Pickett.
Yeah.
One of the many Jalens in the league. He went, 7 made threes at the end of the night? Yeah, 7 made threes. He had 29 points. I was watching the game, and Pickett glaringly stood out. Payne Watson made a lot of really good plays, and Nyanji off the bench stood out. But, you're like, what is this team doing? What is this 76ers team doing? Paul George did nothing. He did nothing all night. He was actually more dangerous when he had the ball in his hands than not. It was...
Well, people forget, though, Pickett had a bit of I don't know if the word's a homecoming or not, but he was at Penn State for a couple of years. So that was a bit of a homecoming there.
Yeah, and then VJ was so clutch, and then they just stopped going to him. They couldn't find any offense when they started double teaming Joel Embiid. It was just this super weird game where it's there's no reason that the Nuggets should be in position to win the game. They were in position to win the game more often than not, and then ultimately did. And it was just what? What's going on in Philly? That was so weird.
That game, I predicted that Murray would sit. I said that reading off the minutes yesterday, he would probably not play. And I picked Denver first half in the game. I thought Philly would no-show it early, think they had a free win, which we see in the NBA a lot. And then we saw Denver, all the role players stepped up, and Pickett was great. They won the game. I didn't think they'd win the game, but I'm not surprised that Philly was messing around, and that's why I didn't want to lay 11.5 with them. I think it closed at 14.5. But nice win for Denver. At the end of the day, does it matter in the grand scheme of things? No. But Philly is a team that I still don't fully trust. I know Embiid's been playing well lately. Good for him. I don't trust the durability, but the issue is the other bad contract on that team. Paul George. When you have two guys who are extremely overpaid and Paul George looks like a shell of his former self, that's not going to be a good sign long term. So that's why I never took Philly seriously. They'll make the playoffs, of course. They might win a round, but do I think they're going to be worth anything besides that? No, I don't. I think you'll agree with me on that because those contracts are really bad. And yes, Embiid, I know, who is viewed as being completely washed earlier in the season, and now he's played better. Paul George.
Dude, the best play he made the whole game was a rebound late in that game. I think it was last 3 minutes, a really, really big rebound to give them the possession. That was the best thing he did in the game. Paul George does not need to touch a basketball anymore.
Right. I am not a Paul George guy. I never have been. I know that back in his prime, he was still a very solid All-NBA guy. I always thought he was overrated. This year, of course, he's well past his prime, bunch of injuries. Guy at 8 points, negative 18 and plus minus. There's a reason why he quit doing the podcasting, right? Isn't that why he quit doing the podcasting? Because he wanted to show his team that he was willing to focus a bit more. It's not really focus. You're just watched at basketball, right? Isn't that kind of how it goes?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I can't believe Daryl Morey still has a job. That's my main takeaway for the Sixers with those two contracts on the same team. But nice win for Denver.
Dude.
Those two contracts are a disaster. So there you go. And if you want to look up how much they're getting paid this season, it is not a fun research project. I mean, I guess it is if you're a Knicks fan. But if you're a Sixers fan, it's not fun.
Shout out to the Suns as well. Gave me a really good game to watch. That Houston Phoenix game was really, really
Durant happened. By the way, Embiid and Paul George this season are making a combined $106 million. Yeah, have fun with that. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
How much is that in Paul George? Paul George is oh, dude. At one point it was Harrison Barnes. Paul George is stealing money now.
Paul George at 35 years old is making $51.6 million this year.
Oh, he was making 51?
And he's making $54 million next year. And then he has a player option for $56 million in 27-28. Embiid's making 55 this year, 58 next year, 62 the year after. And he has a player option for 67 in 28-29. Yeah, I don't take Philly seriously as a contender when you have those two albatross contracts for the next 2-3 years minimum. But there you go.
Oh, my God. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make sure you go get access to all of our picks and podcasts over there at the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. NBA, college basketball, college football, WNBA, MLB, hockey, all of that, all the podcasts, all the picks, all of it is available to you. All you got to do is type in SGPN into your app store, Google Play Store, whatever store it is, SGPN, download that app and you'll have it all at your fingertips. All right. Where are we starting this off today? 7 p.m. on the East Coast. DC. We've got the Orlando Magic on the road going to play the Washington Wizards. Magic laying 7.5 on the road here. 234 is the total. Injury report for these two teams. And we have for the... Let's see. Boom. Oh, there we go. For the Washington Wizards, Keyshawn George is out. Cam Whitmore out. Corey Kisser out, of course. We've got Jalen Suggs doubtful. I mean, he's hurt, man. Just sit him. Just sit him down. Just sit him down. You got a whole second half of the season and a playoff run to consider. Figure out what's wrong. Sit him down. Get healthy. We'll see him after All-Star. This is clearly a sit him until All-Star situation here.
With his injury history, you have to play it safe. I mean, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, there's no point in trying this, go out there. All right, he's good enough to go tonight. And then, he plays 2 games and he's not good enough to go for the next 3, 4. Just shut him down. Just shut him down. Because you're going to the playoffs. You'll be fine. Franz Wagner is out as well. All right.
I mean, do you want to lay 7.5 with Orlando on the road? Because I definitely don't.
But, it's also the Wizards.
I get it. I mean, the Wizards have been a bit more competitive recently. I wouldn't say they've been good. I mean, that's definitely pushing it. But they're not rolling over. I mean, early in the season, it felt like they lost every game by about 20 points. They've been kind of competitive lately. I mean, you're looking at the recent results. They got killed by Minnesota, beat the Nets by 20, beat Milwaukee on a nice comeback there, A loss to the Suns by 14. Suns are good. Beat the Grizzlies at home by 4. Once again, it's kind of a mixed bag, but they have been winning some games. In fact, they have won 4 of their last 6, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. They're 4-2 in their last 6. Orlando, we know, tends to play a lot better at home than on the road. Orlando this season is 8-10 on the road. They won the first meeting of the season back in November by 31 points, but of course now Orlando's entire team is injured. Look, I think Suggs is very important. I mentioned this before. I know Anthony Black's been playing very well recently, and I get that now you could use Bane at the shooting guard. It feels like they've kind of given up on the Tyus Jones spot starter situation because that was not working. But, I mean, the Wizards are mostly healthy. George is out, but I think the Wizards have played fine anyway, even though George has been missing the last week or so. I'll take the points. I understand that Orlando could win and maybe even cover this easily because the Wizards stink. But Washington being 4-2 in the last 6 straight up, I think is intriguing. They're at home. Orlando's not very good on the road, and Orlando is missing their 3 best players. They're missing 2 of their 3 best players with Franz and with Suggs. So I'll go with Washington. A plus 7.5. If you want to go for Orlando 1-10, I don't mind that. But the Wizards, they've been playing better basketball lately. So I think that's good enough for me. Give me Washington plus 7.5.
Yeah. I think I'm there with you. I mean, nothing makes me feel good about seeing the Magic on the road. In fact, if you want to look at the numbers, they've been bad on the road over the course of the season. 7-11 over the whole season. Right now, they're 1-4 in their last 5 road games against the spread. 1-3 on as a road favorite in those spots. So everything's bad here. We're not seeing Jalen Suggs, so it doesn't make me feel good defensively on the perimeter. And I mean, the Wizards can get hot. Like, you can have Trey Johnson, you can have CJ, and all those guys out there just kind of get going for a game. Like, I could see it. There's nothing that's saying that it can't happen. And it's probably what the Magic do, where it's just one of those games where Paulo just kind of keeps them in it, and they're just hanging around, and the ball bounces their way. They might get a win, or they might actually lose the game outright. Like, I don't think the Wizards outright is weird here. I
think there's a couple of scripts. I mean, you're mentioning Orlando hanging around. Even besides that, Orlando could be winning the entire game. We've seen the Paolo-only fourth-quarter offense, which has been disastrous at times. There's a chance the Wizards are down a bunch, maybe come back and backdoor this thing too.
Yeah.
That's possible at home. So if Orlando's going to have a hard time scoring late in games, which they have been doing for the last couple of weeks, I think Washington can hang in there. I'll go with the Wizards.
Right. There we go. I'm with you. Wizards plus 7.5. Total is 234 now.
I mean, I don't trust the Wizards to guard anybody. So that's kind of the trade-off. So I guess I'm on the over.
I could see it going over. Yeah, I could see it going over. I'm with you.
I mean, Orlando's the last 2 games, they have given up at least 121. So defensively, they have not been very good. The Wizards give up 41 to Minnesota. They've been okay defensively besides the last game. But there's always a chance, even if the Wizards, and we're completely wrong, and Washington no-shows the game, they still hand out 130. That's a possibility, too. So I'll go with the over in this one.
Wizards been scoring better at home. 118, about 118 per game. Like, that's pretty good to their standards. I think they could get there. All right. Let's see. Next game up. Indiana Pacers welcoming the Cleveland Cavaliers to town. I mean,
you have no Mitchell. That's why the line's at 5.5.
Do they look better? Like, do they look competent?
Well, Jared Allen might not play. I mean, he hasn't been very good this season anyway, but he's questionable. Dean Wade's questionable. I don't think anybody really cares, but he might not play.
Yeah, full on injury report here. Allen questionable, Wade questionable, Mitchell out, Nance out, Strus out, of course. We've got Mathurin out for Indiana. No Isaiah Jackson, no Obi Toppin. So it's going to be the Andrew Nembhard show in that backcourt.
Yeah, and you're hoping Siakam probably gives you 30, which you never feel amazing about, but it could happen. I mean, Cleveland's owned them this season. They've won both meetings by 11-plus points. I understand without Mitchell, though, the offense should be worse because Mitchell's been trying to carry this entire team. But Cleveland has been playing better lately. I mean, they have won 3 of their last 4. They have won 5 of their last 8. I'm not saying they've been playing well, but compared to where they were a couple weeks ago, they have been playing better basketball. I mean, they were competitive in the last game against Detroit. They lost by 4. I mean, no shame in that. Detroit's been the best team in the East so far this season. Now, Indiana is 6-30. They've lost 12 in a row. It feels like nobody's noticed they've lost 12 in a row, but they have. You can argue it's the trap line of the night because it's such a short spread for a team that has lost 12 straight games. But without Mathurin, I don't trust really anybody in terms of depth scoring on this team. Siakam, I don't even feel great about giving you a 30-piece. Siakam feels like a pretty steady 25 guy. But you're looking at the rest of the lineup. I mean, Nembhard's shot could be very inconsistent. Furphy, you could argue, is not great at this point in his NBA career. You could argue that he's fine, but I don't feel great of him being a starter. I mean, Nesmith, we know, is a 3-and-D guy. Potter is now their starting center, former Wisconsin guy. I don't feel great about that because he was basically out of the league earlier this year. So I don't like Indiana's team, but I'll blindly fade the team that's lost 12 in a row. Give me Cleveland -5.5.
Okay.
Do you think it's a trap line, or do you think Cleveland? I think it might be a trap line, but Indiana's been so bad, losing 12 straight. And we both know Mathurin's a really good scorer. I just question how Indiana's going to actually score enough to keep this game competitive. I'll go Cleveland.
So my concern here is that this might be a Donovan Mitchell dependent team.
Yeah, it might be.
And it's not too many situations where Donovan Mitchell is either out or he has a bad game. Like, what's a bad Donovan Mitchell game? He doesn't get to 20.
Oh, well, a bad Mitchell game could have a couple of interpretations. One is just a really bad actual scoring game. And B is he actually gives you 30, but he takes like 27 shots and he shoots 40% from the floor. So there's a couple ways to interpret that, but an inefficient Mitchell game could be the main, I'd say, bad game that he has. Because he's going to keep shooting.
It's just multiple times that I could think about it, and it's only one time that I remember. I remember him not playing well against the San Antonio Spurs, and they got the win against Spurs. Cool. But I also remembered the game about the Hornets, and he shot the ball horribly against the Hornets. He had like 17, and it was an overtime game, and they lost to Charlotte. And so I was like, how many other instances is this where Donovan Mitchell has a poor game and they win? Like, they don't figure it out often. It's really just that San Antonio game. But like, you go back and you look at it, it's not too many times that you're looking like, oh, Donovan Mitchell had a really bad game and they still got the win. There's not too many times that he's not playing at all and they still get the win. You know, certain situations, Miami is a favorite. Of course, you're going to win that game. Yeah. Miami is a favorite. But like Toronto, Chicago, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can trust this team.
You did name a playoff team and probably a play-in team with Chicago.
This is the Pacers. I get it. Yeah,
I think it's safe to say, though, with the Wizards winning 4 of their last 6, with the Nets playing better lately, even Utah being good at home, Indiana's 6-30. Like, they're definitely the worst team in the league at this point.
Yeah.
So if you want to make that argument, you can. I'll go Cleveland.
I understand it, but like, Indiana's still at home. They're 10-9 at home this season.
If you want to take Indiana, I understand. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to back a team that's lost 12 in a row. I just can't do it.
So I will take Indiana plus points.
I think Cleveland's played better lately. I know Mitchell being out, of course, kind of throws a whole wrinkle into it, but at least Cleveland, after we've been roasting them for about 3 months, at least the effort's there. They still might not be very good, but at least they're trying a lot more defensively, which was their main issue for most of the season. So I'll take Cleveland until Indiana wins a game.
Darius Garland hasn't been playing well enough for me.
Well, that's definitely true.
That's what. So no Mitchell and Garland continue to play like this. Now, if Mitchell is gone and Garland shoots and starts playing amazing tonight, then there's actually a deeper conversation that probably needs to be had here. But if Darius Garland been doing what he's been doing all season, no, I'm good, because Evan Mobley's not going to carry. As much as I love Evan Mobley, he's not going to be able to carry him by himself. So I don't think it'll be consistent enough. at the very least, I trust Indiana to run their style of offense and do what they do well, which is they're going to get out and run. They at least have Nembhard who can get it to the guys. And Cleveland sucks on the perimeter. So it could just be some crazy three-pointer day for the Pacers, and they're in this. And then Pascal Siakam starts roasting on the inside of the paint. I could talk myself into the Pacers having a good game here, although they have been horrible, and they've lost a lot of games in a row. And I'm actually secretly really, really, really enjoying this. I like
Indiana can't stop anybody. If you read off the last couple of games here, these are points allowed. 135 to Orlando, 123 to the Spurs, 112 to the Magic. Okay. You saw Houston score 126, Miami scored 142, and Boston scored 140. They can't stop anybody. I don't mind Indiana team total under, actually, but I disagree with the script than you, because the Pacers can't guard anybody, so they might sabotage the full game total, but I don't trust them to score, like, at all. And Cleveland defensively has been better than the last couple of months. So I don't mind Indiana team total under, especially with no Mathurin. I don't know how they're going to score.
132 to 130. Don't ask me who has the 132.
I'll take Indiana to score 112 in this game. Give me Cleveland 120, Indiana 112.
It's the who on Indiana's gonna have a big game? It's gonna be somebody else. Let me see.
I'm trying to think of options they even have.
You
mean bench guy, or is this the random Neesmith 7-3 game?
No, it could be the random Neesmith 7-3 game, or Michael Potter. Michael Potter could have a big game. Maybe step on the outside, hit a few threes. I could see that.
Yeah, double last game on 5 shot attempts, so that counts for something. But I mean, I just hate the starting lineup. I think Indiana's starting lineup's terrible.
Yeah, no, they're definitely the worst starting lineup in the league. But I have full confidence in the Cavs to mess this up without Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell bails them out a lot. That's what's really turning me off on this, because I remember watching the Cavs play, and he really does bail them out a lot.
That's why I like the under, because I think that if you want to argue that Cleveland's offense struggles without Mitchell, I can understand that. If you want to argue that Indiana stinks, I agree with you. So I think there's a couple ways to get the under in that game. I like the under in the matchup. But once again, I'd rather do Indiana team total, because that Indiana defense can give up 130 to a high school team. That defense is awful. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, I'm not sold on the Cavs defense either. No.
Yeah, I get it. I just think it's a high total.
It is a little bit. No, I'm not intrigued by too many angles in this game. I will admit, I'm not intrigued.
All right.
But if I had to pick, give me Indiana. All right, let's see here. Before we get to the next game on the slate, got to talk to you about Kalshi, a real money prediction market. We are talking about legal in all 50 states. It doesn't matter where you're at in the U.S., you can get on Kalshi. So check out all the trade markets they have: NFL, college football, college basketball, NHL, all of that and more. Plus you have stuff like politics, entertainment, weather. You can do it all, trade it all over there on Kalshi. New Kalshi customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is KALSHI, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog. Hey, you can pick higher or lower your favorite player's fantasy stats. Set Cat. Boy, did you see Cat last night? Oh, man.
Well, is that a trick question because he was invisible, or are you asking if I actually watched the game?
No, Cat is just overall, because he's not there. Like, shout out to those who said, no, I'm gonna just start taking his lowers. I haven't gotten to taking the lowers on Cat, because I know when I start doing it, he's going to think that he's freaking, I don't know, like, he's going to think he's a god, like, as soon as I start taking lowers. But everybody else, continue to take the lower if you would like. I'm done with Cat. I'm not doing anything with Cat this season on Underdog, but it's a whole bunch of other players that I'll take higher or lower on, and maybe try to win up to 5,000 times my entry. Make sure you head over there to Underdog Fantasy, promo code NBA SGPN. That is NBA SGPN. And you can play $5 and get $75 in bonus funds. Again, that is promo code NBA SGPN. in, you can get $75 in bonus funds. All you got to do is play just $5, underdogfantasy.com. Sidebar, actual question for Scott and Terrell. This is Luis. What basketball format is your favorite to watch? I mean,
Are we assuming regular season game here? I know that the fouling
because I was about to say the NCAA tournament is like a next level hoops that I really do enjoy. But like, if we're just talking about just any basketball to watch, I don't know. It might be the W. W gets scrappy sometimes.
See, the key word is format, because obviously the NBA's got the most talent. So you're asking in general, like, which rules do we like the most, correct? That's basically the question here.
I don't know.
That's how I'm interpreting this. Because I love March Madness.
I didn't even think of it like that too.
The point is, I think March Madness is great, but you have a bunch of kids in a neutral site court, nobody could shoot. And that's why we had the first half under thing.
So the hoops might not be the best quality.
That's what I'm saying, is that if you get a bunch of kids in a neutral gym playing at 11, the first half under trend worked because a bunch of kids couldn't shoot in a neutral gym. So you could argue the format's fun, but the games themselves in terms of quality, the play isn't that great.
I really enjoy the TBT for giving us the Elam ending. I enjoy that, like watching those games, like TBT games, and watching the Elam ending. I hate when it's like, a slow burn for it, but when it's like a tight game and it's one bucket to win, yeah, that's fun. So like,
but FIBA's tricky because I love the rules. I think FIBA rules are the best rules of any basketball league or organization. However,
just don't got no talent.
No, the problem is Team USA wins every game by 50, and you're just wasting your time. So
but shout out to that USA France game. It kept me entertained.
Yeah, no, correct. The France gold medal game was great, but besides that, you had the Serbia comeback, which once again was incredible too. But all the group stage games, I mean, Team USA is struggling and they're still winning by 40 against Puerto Rico. Like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these games, you just have a massive talent differential, and you basically have a D1 school against like a D3 school, and the whole game sucks. But in terms of format, I think FIBA has the best format. But if I'm picking one league, I'll probably pick the NBA because I just want to watch the most talent. Is that fair?
If I'm picking one league, I'm taking the W. I get too much enjoyment. It's fun.
Yeah, but I think if I'm going solely for the format rules portion, I'm taking FIBA. I think FIBA's rules are fantastic.
Lakers. Oh. On the road. Going to play the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans catching 5.5 at home here. 243.5 is the total injury report. And we have here for the Los Angeles Lakers, Gabe Vincent is questionable. Austin Reeves still out. Rui Hachimura still out. And boom. For the Pelicans, we've got Herb Jones questionable. Sadiq Bey out.
And Bey's been good for them this season.
Yeah, he has. So, yeah, I still think that this is. I definitely don't trust the Lakers anymore. I can say that wholeheartedly. I don't trust them against legit teams. However, I know New Orleans isn't a legit team, so this could very well be the Luka Doncic show yet again, and just carry them into a win.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we know the Pelicans can't play defense. Oh, it's very boring. The counterpoint is you pick the Luka triple-double and the Pelicans somehow win. But remember when New Orleans actually won a couple games? They won like 5 in a row. And we're like, this team's actually not as bad as we thought.
Yeah.
And then they've now lost 7 in a row. So it was fun while it was a good time. Reading off the points allowed for New Orleans during that stretch. 125 to Miami, 122 to Portland, 134 to Chicago, 130 to the Knicks, 123 to Phoenix, 115 to Phoenix, and 141 to Cleveland. They cannot guard anybody. We've mentioned this before with Derek Queen. We both like Queen. Traffic cone defensively. It is what it is. I don't think the Lakers play much defense either. So I like the over. Just give me a bunch of points. That's where I'm at. You have any counterpoint to that? I mean, one of these teams should score 130, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really, I just have to tell myself this is the game the Lakers win. These are the games the Lakers win. They just beat up on the bad teams. They're not going to be competent against any of the good teams. And that alone is going to carry them to a playoff record.
Yeah.
And more than likely, I'm going to fade this team in the first round of any playoff series.
In theory, they could win a round if Luka goes crazy, but in general, the defense is so terrible, I think they're going to get torched in playoff basketball.
Who do they beat in a playoff series?
There's no guarantee they even win their own division at this point. There's no guarantee they even host a playoff series.
I was literally just saying that, like, yo, if they run into Phoenix in a playoff series, they're done.
I think that'd be a hell of a playoff series.
It would go back and forth, and Phoenix would win.
Well, I don't know if that's actually realistic, because that would imply one of them get the 4 seed, but Denver might fall apart. So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, and the Lakers are free falling now. I think they walked in yesterday as the 3.
They still are the 3 right now. But the Nuggets are the 4, the Rockets are the 5. I mean, the Suns are the 7, so I don't think we actually would get that type of matchup. But, I mean, if the Lakers played the Rockets, the Timberwolves, I would take those teams over the Lakers anyway. But I think that they'll beat the Pelicans. I agree with you. I think it's a high-scoring Luka triple-double game, and they probably win by 10. Give me Lakers like 130, Pelicans 120, and we call it a day. Do you have a different script, or is that basically what we got?
No, that's where I'm at.
And I saw people asking about Luka, king of the court. I think Luka might go for a 35-point triple-double tonight, so Luka. Take the $15 free bet and call it a day.
Yo, he's like literally walking into 30 against anybody. Like,
yeah, and New Orleans can't guard anyone. So
no confidence. I'd probably take the Luka assist today and him just feeding the ball inside because Derek Queen can't stop anybody. The only person that can legit play defense on this team is Herb Jones, and
he might not play. He's questionable.
Good luck. Oh man, it was really fun while it lasted. It
lasted about a week and a half. I mean, the overs are still there. By the way, last game against the Pelicans this season, back in late November, Luka had 34, 12, and 7. So no triple-double, but he had 13 potential assists in that game.
What's 8 in that today? I know that sounds horrible. Yeah, like what is – no, because I told myself, it was one day I told myself, man, I really should take Mark Williams against the Pelicans. And it was the day he went crazy. He had like some 20 something, 28, something like that. And I was like, crap, I knew that he was going to eat. And I'm having that same thought about DeAndre Ayton. So I'm not going to play myself. It's the same line too. It was 14.5 that day for Mark Williams. And I was like, man, I should really take that. And I never did it. And it was against the Pelicans. Now I'm looking at it again and it's 14.5 for DeAndre Ayton. So I think DeAndre Ayton might have to be somebody that I play today.
The problem is I want to take the rebounds as well, but Ayton's been terrible rebounding lately.
No, I'm thinking about Luka assist to Ayton is gonna be there all night.
Oh no, I get that, and I know that Ayton's rebounds have been quite bad. But reading off the rebounds against New Orleans, 12, 16, 13, 13, 12, 15. Double doubles plus 145.
Like they're like it's Luka and Ayton pick and roll for anytime they get into any type of scoring rut, it's just going to be Luka and Ayton pick and roll, and that's going to get him out of it.
If you wanted to go for an alt for the hell of it, you can get Ayton for 20 points tonight at plus 350.
Not bad. That is not bad.
He had 20 and 22 in his last 2 games against New Orleans. So 2 games this season he has gone over. That's a decent price for Ayton.
There we go. I didn't
mind the Luka triple double at plus 425, but that's fine too.
I think the Luka triple double is a good play too because Ayton's not getting those rebounds.
No,
somebody got to do it.
To walk into 130, like sure, why not?
Luka triple double,
525 on Hard Rock if you have access to that, or Bet Rivers. So if you want to go for a Luka triple double, it is north of 5-1.
Yeah, Luka triple double, 8 and plus 20. There you go. Have yourself a day, and you probably got your Lakers laying 5.5 too.
Probably.
More than likely.
Once again, I love Queen, but he's just an abysmal defensive player.
Plus 350 for 20-plus points, and you've done that to them twice this season is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Yep.
It sounds easy.
We'll mention that for underdog. I'm sure we'll just recycle a couple of those.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So Lakers and over, check. Okay. Miami on the road going to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves laying 5, 238.5 is the total.
It's not a deja vu game, but they did play a little while ago. I think it was like 2 games ago.
Yes. Was a couple of games ago. 2 games ago? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2 games ago. 115, 125. Minnesota got the win. You also got, boom, what was that? They had the Wizards after that. So they went and played the Wizards after that. And Miami played New Orleans. So they both kind of went to go play some bad teams. Beat up on some bad teams a little bit. And now they're back here. What I said, 238.5 is total. Injury report, Tyler Hero. Guess what? Questionable.
I can't tell that's an upgrade, right?
I think so.
All right.
I mean, you never know with him.
You never know.
Up, down, around, whatever. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is questionable as well. Jovic is probable. Terrence Shannon Jr. is still the only thing out for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Clean injury report for them. It went up.
Deja vu doesn't apply, but it's Miami getting points, right? I mean, isn't this a Miami spot?
Yeah, and on the road.
And I see people adding that Anthony Edwards is questionable. He's iffy now. I mean, Ant's always questionable, which is something that I've kind of noticed where I know Ant plays in a lot of games when you look at his actual like history with his stats, but it feels like he's questionable for about 50% of the games he actually plays in.
Oh, okay.
Have you noticed that maintenance.
Too? Oh, okay. That was a few. Okay. So wait, there are updates to this. So Tyler Hero is available to play. Wait, hold on, because these all came in while we were on the show. So wait.
I see Hero's active and
here we go. There we go. Wait. I'm sorry. I was trying to get this.
No.
And I broke it. Yes. Hero is available to play. Jaquez is out. Jovic available to play. Edwards was downgraded to questionable for injury maintenance, basically rest.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no chance this line closes 5.5 if Ant sits anyway, so you might be getting some CLV no matter what.
Awesome. Yeah, the next round of All-Star voting is in.
Okay. Is LeBron still 7th in the Western Conference?
He's 8th.
That's great stuff. That's going to be a fun conspiracy that people aren't going to pay attention to.
He's 8th and KD is 9th.
It's going to be a really fun conspiracy when that gets released and LeBron and KD both make it into the All-Star game, despite the fans just not voting for either of them. You know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have an All-Star game without LeBron and KD, so they're going to find a way to make it work. But LeBron and KD will end up getting in.
And honestly,
people aren't going to pay attention to it.
And honestly, LeBron's really only getting like some of the Luka votes too. Like if Luka was not on this team, LeBron would probably be further down this list.
Luka's number 1, right? Isn't he number 1?
Yeah,
in the West?
Yeah, he's still number 1 in the West. Giannis is number 1 in the East. Brunson, New York is trying to catch Brunson up to Giannis. Giannis is at 2 million, closing in on 2.1. Brunson is at 1.9. Max is at 1.9.
Either way, once again, the fan voting doesn't fully matter because LaMelo led the league in fan voting and didn't get into the All-Star game a couple years ago. But keep an eye out for the LeBron KD manipulation for the All-Star game. Like, it's an All-Star game, nobody cares. Like, I don't care who actually gets in or not. But for the sake of legacy stuff, the league's going to force LeBron and KD in. It's going to happen. But just
I am very interested to see the Giannis versus Luka draft. Oh man! All right.
The only time it was fun was when they aired the draft on Inside the NBA, and KD had to take Gobert over Harden. I mean, that was the best part of the All-Star game for the last 10 years, right?
He said he needed a big. Yeah, that's actually been the best part of the whole weekend.
LeBron had that one game winner when they had the target score, which was actually pretty good. But besides that, it was the taking Gobert over Harden after Harden forced a trade out of Brooklyn. Like, that was the best part of an All-Star thing for a while. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's going to split this year. It's going to be bad.
I really don't care who gets in. Just play hard. We just want people to try, and they're never going to try, so it really doesn't matter. But whatever. I'll take Miami in this game.
Yeah, we're on Miami too.
Yep.
230. I mean, it's over. I'm not taking anything under here.
I'll actually argue for an under in this game. It's a little bit deja vu there, but if Ant doesn't play, I question how Minnesota is going to score.
Yeah,
what am I going to trust?
But
Miami plays fast. I get all that. But am I supposed to trust DiVincenzo taking 20 shots? It's the Julius Randle show. Or that could go one of two ways. I'll go under, but I'm probably not going to bet the total.
Yeah. All right. Before we get to the next game up, guys, talk to you about Novik, America's #1 sports prediction market, where you get the best prices on the market. They have a whole bunch of reduced juice bets. You can find bets that are over there minus 115, minus 110. That could be all the way down to even money over there with Novik. Download the Novik app, get $50 when you spend $5. When you use the promo code SGPN, get on the action with Novik, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. NFL props were really, really good to them, especially those unders. Those sharp unders, make sure you check them out for the playoffs and the NFL playoffs in the NFL app, because it's very, very good at identifying those players that you need to fade. College basketball is going. NBA is going. You could make your models and use your sliders, or you could just use the house models that Rhythm have and provide to you and already give such great picks. Go over there, lock in, get more, use the power of data with Rhythm. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app. For new customers, make sure you go use SGPN25. Download Rhythm, get 25% off your first month. That's going to give you 25% off your first month over there at Rhythm. Promo code SGPN25. San Antonio on the road, going to play the Memphis Grizzlies. San Antonio's laying 6.5 to 39.5 is the total. Grizzlies have lost 4 straight, including back-to-back games to the Lakers. Philly is in there. Wizards are even in there. Then you have this San Antonio team that just lost to the Trailblazers, but the Trailblazers seem to be up right now. So that might not be a horrible loss in the grand scheme of things right now. Trailblazers kind of have it figured out for a second.
They're playing better. I mean, Utah doesn't try to play defense, but either way, a win's a win.
You got Indiana, Knicks, get the win. Cool. Lose to Cleveland. Jury's out. And then you lost that game to Utah. I'm like, what was that?
Wemby's questionable, so that's a maybe, which is surprising. He went through shoot around today, so that's pretty good.
Wait, no, he did go through shoot around.
Okay. We know they're going to be careful. We know that Wemby is going to be on a min restriction anyway. He might come off the bench. I mean, they might be using the core net starting lineup again, which they did against OKC, and they beat them. So there's a chance Wemby plays and comes off the bench in this game. But Memphis has no size at all.
Yeah, Vassell is out, so Vassell's also out. Very, I know that's very, very big part of this team, Scott, that we had to make sure that we paid attention to, that Devin Vassell, one of the key and best players on this team, is out. Just making sure that everybody knew that. Thank you. John Morant's questionable. Vince Williams Jr. is questionable. Cedric Coward is out. Brandon Clark's out. Zach Edey's out. Conchar's out. Todd Jerome.
Yeah.
Dude, some players just be stealing money, man. So the size is definitely an issue for Memphis here.
Yeah, it's an extreme issue.
Is it as simple as just Spurs and go? Like,
that's where I was going with
this.
Where's
the fight? Like, where's the argument for Memphis? This has to be a conversation at least.
Well, the argument is after the Spurs beat OKC, I know they beat the Knicks as well. Shout out to Brunson for that fadeaway 3 for the cover. But the Spurs have been playing with their food pretty much ever since they beat OKC the third time. So you can argue that maybe they just don't show up for this game. Wemby going through shoot-around is a big deal. So I do think that he's going to end up playing in this game with probably 20 minutes tops. But, I mean, do you like this Grizzlies team? They're better than we thought they were maybe a couple of weeks ago, but Ja's questionable. That's not even a guarantee he's going to play. I mean, right now their center depth is what? Jock Landell and Brandon Clark. Is Brandon Clark even playing in this game?
No, he's out.
Clark's out. So I don't know what you're supposed to do. You have no size at all. Jaren Jackson Jr. refuses to rebound. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
You just run. You just run. And you run and you run and you run. And that's where I'm like, okay, well, I mean, maybe they just keep up. The scoring is able to go. But they're literally playing San Antonio's game of just running up and down the court. But San Antonio can play good defense with it. And Memphis is incapable of defending in transition. So
they played 2 meetings this season. Both games were somewhat close. The Spurs won the first game by 10. That game was actually close, and the Spurs went on a massive run in the last 10 minutes. And the second meeting, I'm trying to see who played in that game. Edey had 19 and 15, so that's a big deal. And Wemby did not play in the second game, and they still won. In fact, Castle didn't play either. So without Castle and Fox, they still won by 7 against Edey. I got to go with San Antonio in this game.
Yeah, they're just kind of playing with the line a little bit. San Antonio laying 6.5. Pretty easy.
By the way, I see Renzo saying he didn't know Ty Jerome was still in the league. He's been hanging out with Max Strus the entire season.
Yeah.
And Scoot.
And Scoot Henderson. Yeah, they all just been chilling. The guys we haven't seen in uniform at all.
They're technically on a roster, but they haven't played a single game. They're all just hanging out.
I just think it's crazy when okay, we understand DeJounte Murray, Tatum, Tyrese, we've seen those injuries, but what happened to you guys that you haven't even put on a uniform this season?
Yeah. And I mean, Scoot was unexpected because he was injured, but nobody knew how long he'd be out for. Jerome literally signed a massive contract and proceeded to never play again.
Went to the preseason. Yeah, went in the preseason, got hurt.
Signed a massive contract, never played again. That's probably the worst out of the group. But yeah, Jerome's a good player too. He just can't stay healthy.
All right. Now we jump all the way to 11 o'clock. They said you got to wait till the first game's in.
I've been complaining about 10 p.m. games for years, and now NBC's just throwing out 11 o'clock games.
Yo, what?
It's disgusting. And some of the games aren't even on TV. They're on Peacock. You have to be out of your mind to be watching an NBA game starting at 11 on a streaming platform. You must be out of your mind if you're on the East Coast.
And the fact that it's going to be the Dallas Mavericks on the road playing the Sacramento Kings, staying up for this game. Yeah, all right. It would have to be something insane going on. Dallas is laying 5.5 on the road. That sounds disgusting. 232.5 is the total injury report for these two teams. And we got PJ Washington, who's doubtful. Derek Lively is out. Keegan Murray's also out for the Sacramento Kings, with Sabonis, of course.
It might sound harsh, but am I wrong for not caring at all about whether Lively plays or not? Am I being harsh, or is that a fair response?
Nope.
I'm under the belief that Luka made Lively's entire career, and I can't tell if that's fair or harsh. It feels fair to me. Is that fair?
I mean, he might be valuable when Kyrie comes back, maybe.
Potential. I mean, he's mostly a rim protector who's going to be a lob threat who has no actual offensive talent. But I'm not a Lively guy.
It would definitely need to be the Gafford show until Kyrie comes back.
Yeah, pretty much. And you could argue Gafford is a better version of Lively, but they're both the same type of player.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so both of these two teams have been horrible.
Yep. Dallas is 5 games better based on record. They played once this season late.
I mean, Dallas is still 1-4 in their last 5 games. Jesus
Kings won the first meeting, which was about a week and a half ago. So that's something. But the Kings, we know, stink. They've lost 5 in a row. Dallas was in really bad form. They beat Houston. I don't know where that came from. But they beat Houston. They had a loss.
They always play Houston tough. It's that Texas. I don't know if it's a Texas beef or whatever, but Dallas always just plays Houston tough. So that's why I really don't want to lead into that. And I know Dallas is still a really bad team, but it's also the Kings, who I still yet to find very good things to talk about when we have to talk about Kings basketball. There's not really a lot of good points. They're actually hard to watch.
I do want to ask you, do you remember when the Mavericks randomly beat the Nuggets in that one game on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I told you that was their last road one?
Really?
Yeah. They won a road game 6.
Really? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
They beat Denver
I actually
by
know
10.
exactly what game you're talking about.
That was not the Cooper Flag almost triple-double game. That was a home game. But on the road, that was the Nemhard double-double game, and they had a very solid performance. That was on December 1st. Since then, they lost to OKC, lost to Utah, lost to Philly, lost to New Orleans, lost to Golden State, lost to Sacramento, lost to Portland. That was the last road one they've had. It was over a month ago.
Sacramento.
So they did play in Sacramento about 10 days ago, and they lost. So something to keep in mind.
Dude, but like, have you seen 115 to 98 loss to the Bucks, 129-102 loss to the Suns, 120-106 loss to Boston, 131-190 to the Clippers, 125-101. Okay, I guess all these teams to the Lakers. Well, I guess all these teams are, well, the Bucks loss is just disgusting, honestly. Yeah. But they got Giannis, so like I get it. But like they're not even in, like there's a level of quit that's in this team, and it's kind of ingrained into them at this point. But Dallas is really bad.
I think this could be the trap line of the night because you have a team that hasn't won a road game in over a month. But I don't think the Kings are an actual franchise. So I'm just completely torn. Like, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I like the Kings today.
And that's what I was just about to say. Nah, am I about to?
I don't know if I have the strength to do that. This is a pure stay away game for me. I'm just not interested.
Man, Anthony Davis is the best player on the court. Give me the Dallas Mavericks laying 5.5. They get their first road win in a month.
I mean, is it disrespectful to say that Cooper Flag is the second best player on the court? I mean, who's he competing with? Levine and DeRozan? You could argue Cooper Flag's the second best player on the court.
It is a hard debate. Very, very tough debate. DeRozan is shooting 50%.
Yeah. Doesn't guard anybody, but nobody cares.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Story of his career. But he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Wow, Flag might be the second best player on the court. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, give me Dallas.
I'll agree with you, but it's not a game I'm looking forward to.
No way I bet this.
And I know that we talk about NBA for betting purposes and how I try to watch a lot of games. At no point will I have this game on.
Yeah.
At no point. If it's on in the background while I'm playing poker, then maybe I'll watch a bit. But it's just not going to happen. I'm just not watching this game.
Yeah. Pretty bad hoops. It might go over, though. I'm not
picking either team to guard anybody.
That would be something that could get me watching the game if I get to the over. It could go over.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
That was the last game, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Dang, so what happened yesterday? You swept.
I swept and you
and I hit my lock. Yeah, and I hit my lock. All right, so I guess I'm going first.
Buddy.
All right, cool.
You're going first.
All right. Let's see here. Lock. Dog, is San Antonio too easy? Like, seriously, like what is the case that for Memphis to get in to actually win this game? Because they played around with the San Antonio line the first 2 times that they played this, and it was 2 different situations where one, I'm pretty sure Wemby didn't play. Mm-hmm. So at one of these points, and I think it was the last one, and Wemby didn't play, and it's San Antonio -5, San Antonio -6. They win both of the games, even though they're somewhat close. Like, what if San Antonio just blows them out? I'm confused. So it just feels too easy.
So are you going with it or you're skipping it?
No, give me San Antonio laying 6.5.
Okay.
If I'm walking into the trap, then I'm dead. I'm just walking in. I was very, very tempted, and I still am very tempted to make the Wizards my dog. But I was very tempted to make Wizards plus 7.5 the lock.
Okay.
I do feel pretty good. I do feel pretty good about Indiana. I know you don't.
That's fine.
Miami is a free square and a gift that could keep on giving.
That counts. I mean,
and potentially no Ant too. Yeah. Like the downgrade into like, why would you downgrade him? Okay, so let's talk about that. Why would you downgrade him to questionable and then end up playing him?
For like injury management? No, that just means he's probably not going to play.
Yeah, like that just it's telling me he's not going to play.
That's not even an excuse. You just basically said we're giving him an off day. That's what that means.
Like, why would you come out with like there was no? You should never told us that. If he plays, you should never told us that. Like, what would be the reasoning for downgrading him, injury management, and actually, no, give me Miami plus 165 on the money line. They get the win. This team sucks without Ant. They suck with them, but they don't figure it out without him. Why would you give us that information? Injury management downgrade to questionable, and then he ends up playing.
I mean, I think
just wasting everybody's time.
But yeah, pretty much. It is a home game, so you could argue, he might just want to play for the fans. But once again, you shouldn't have said anything if you weren't considering to fully sit the guy.
Like that's some little bottom feeder job that you just made their job harder because you said that you wanted to give out this information and then play him anyway. So I'm sticking with the Miami theory. Give me Miami as my dog, plus 165. Lock. I should have probably looked at the Lakers too, but give me San Antonio, laying 6.5. I'm just not sold on the Memphis Grizzlies, and this San Antonio team beats up on them.
All right, cool. So I know what I'm going to do for my dog. Question is, what do I want to do with my lock for the show? Because I also wanted San Antonio. We haven't had a double lock in a while. I mean, it did work kind of yesterday. I know you ended up losing.
No, but we both like the under. I was literally about to.
I was going to say we had the under in that. I'll go for it. Give me San Antonio with you. I'm minus 6.5. Memphis has no size at all. Wemby went through shoot around. That's a good sign. You have Castle and Fox, so of course I obviously love the backcourt by comparison. Ja might not play, so there you go too. Give me San Antonio minus 6.5 as well as my lock. For my dog, I had a same game parlay yesterday. I'm going to do the same thing today. Give me Ayton over 14.5 points with Luka over 7.5 assists, plus 151.
Beautiful dog, Scott.
I mean, if Ayton hits 8 shots, I'm hoping Luka gets at least
beautiful dog, Scott.
So, there you go.
That's a winner.
151.
Very nice manipulation of that. All right. Underdog.
Do you want to run back Ayton stuff because we think he's going to kill this team?
Yeah, I definitely need some action on Ayton today, so I'm perfectly fine putting him in the underdog lineup.
Sure.
Ayton higher 14.5. Let's get that. And then, underdogs got it a little bit lower at 13.5 higher.
Good.
13.5 higher. It's they juiced it. I wonder
for Ayton. I appreciate it though. You never know about Ayton. They give.
You never know. We might be sweating this in the fourth quarter.
It's 7 made shots with no free throws. Perfect. Give me the 14 points. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I like the thought. I like the optimism.
Well, you know what we have to take, right? Because he's back in the lineup.
Who?
It's Anthony Davis.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, right? Yeah.
It's a free space, right? We're PR.
Because who's stopping him? The rookie?
No, and if he gets injured in the first half, then avoids. It's a free space. So we'll go with AD PR.
Because at this point, AD never makes it to the second half with the injuries.
Yeah.
Like the injury always occurs in the
he just leaves
in the beginning of the game. Yeah, it just leaves. It never comes back. So
we'll go with AD there. AD's been good to us on the show.
Perfect underdog player.
Yeah. And then, I mean, did you want to do Luka as well, or did you want to get a bit more creative?
I mean, Norman Powell is an option.
We can't do Wemby because he might not play. I mean, you know what? I mean,
you could talk me into Nembhard or Pascal.
I was going to ask if you wanted to run it back. Did you want to go for like a Castle RA?
No, Fox is playing.
Okay.
He runs that a little bit. I'd rather play Luka.
All right. We could do Luka. Just PRA crazy game.
Yeah.
I mean, we called
hey, man. We
called for the 30-point triple-double, so if you want to go for Luka PRA, that's fine, or Luka triple-double even. We can.
They've locked me out of the Lakers game right now.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
So I can't give you the full price of it, but hold on, it's coming back maybe. Yeah.
I mean, unless you wanted an Anthony Black game because you have no Suggs, which I can get behind too.
No, it's back. We're good.
Okay.
All right. It's really an all Laker lineup. Let's go with Luka Doncic higher, 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists. DeAndre Ayton higher, 13.5 points. And Anthony Davis higher, 25.5 points. Yeah, 25.5 points against this Kings team. No interior defense at all.
Yep.
Better. And you're going to be playing the whole game because you guys suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
A little smaller of a payout this time, 5.2x. $100 gets you $520, but there is a 50% boost for the NBA in there for you that you can use today. Make sure you go use that. All right. That brings me to 7.3. There we go. That's a very nice payout. Max $50 though, so 50 will turn me into math in public.
I was not paying attention, so I can't even help you out.
Nope, 7.3. It was a lot. It was too much.
Right.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's too much. Either way, boom. That's it. Anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Yes. Solante changed his schedule. Both of us are back again tomorrow.
Okay. All right. What else? He's at Reichel Radio. I'm at reallyreal__. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, 5-star rating review, wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah, Sawdust. I do like the Wizards money line at plus 255. I would be tempted in a Wizards Miami money line parlay tonight. Throw in Indiana if you really want to get gnarly, but no, I'd really be tempted in a Wizards and Miami money line parlay. I might actually play that.
Yeah, that can work out.
All right. What else? No, that's it. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending podcast. Just gonna like this. Not a mention of the Thunder. Yeah, the Thunder did lose.
Thunder no-show the entire game. We didn't mention it because we both picked Charlotte to cover if Khan was playing, so that worked out. But
yeah,
we'll save the. I was gonna save the OKC roast for when they play again, so we'll probably do that tomorrow.
Yeah, no, there was the Nuggets game.
We didn't forget about it. We'll save it for when they play.
Yeah, but what I will say is Sam Presti can end it all whenever he wants, and I think that's what's just like the funniest thing about OKC.
Yeah, I tweeted about that once they lost to San Antonio for the third time. I said they should trade for Giannis, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like,
he
"It's
can
right
do
there.
whatever.
It's right
he can
there.
Literally, he has the picks. He has the talent of players. Every player he has a ring, and so that goes on top of to somebody. Yeah. He literally can just say, "You know what? I am tired of these guys," and trade them all away and get viable capital.
I tweeted about it. I mean, the salaries aren't even that bad in terms of matching. You can trade Hartenstein on like 3-4 first-round picks and add some other stuff, and you're fine.
Yeah, like
so, you better know.
I'm sorry, it's just hard to talk bad about OKC. Like it's so much easier with everything else.
We'll
OKC is just like you can press the red button.
Yeah, they can
touch the red. Press the big red button whenever.
That's why we didn't mention it because we don't want OKC to hit the red button, so we're afraid Presti's going to watch the show.
Hey man, and by the way, Charlotte to randomly beat anybody. That's also another thing.
When healthy, they're not bad.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just like this. We're out of here.